Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all. You are once again welcome here on the forum of the Vigils of Unconsciousness on the front page of international news. These images you see there have gone viral. Yes, these images were broadcast by the Malian radio television. These are images. Objects that were recovered from behind the Tero. In reality, what you see there are inflatable vehicles. These are not real vehicles. These are inflatable pickup off-road cars. That means it's a balloon. You heard right, it's a balloon, so that's what uses now. Derroteros in the Sahel. This is an asymmetric warfare technique well known to everyone since the Second World War. It was used by General Langley. The technique continues to be used, but when it's really hot, that's when you start using stuff like that. We still remember. When it was very hot between Russia and NATO in Ukraine, Russia had started using inflatable tanks to deceive. And this time, in the case of the Sahel, it is still hot. It's very, very hot. Unlike the case of Russia, the soil in the Sahel has faced serious difficulties. Almost all the vehicles they had to move with similar pickups were hit and destroyed by the AES soldiers. They no longer know which saint to call themselves. They don't know what to do anymore. Their sponsor sends them material. They have seized that if we don't. We geolocate their positions, and then through drones and aerial vectors, we strike and then we destroy so much that they destroyed. They want to continue the conflict. They are therefore obliged to use these inflatable vehicles and, emperor of conflict, especially armed conflict. These vehicles are used to deceive the enemy. Yes, inflatable objects like that are used to deceive the enemy. We will see in detail what is the intention behind the use of these inflatable vehicles and what is the reality of the field. It must already be said that the Malian armed forces put fire behind these people. In Burkina Faso, in Niger at least. The AES in AES space, they set fire behind them. This is why the economies of these different countries are growing rapidly. We saw the World Bank very recently produce a specific report on Burkina Faso where the World Bank made it clear that, and the growth rate had gone from 3, I don't know how much, to 4.9, from 3% to 4.9%. And the reasons that had been identified by the World Bank is because there is much more stability. The fight against earthlings is succeeding. So I would like you to first share this video conference as much as possible. Share it. Burkina Faso has broadcast. We are rebroadcasting it on a large scale so that our friends in Africa can see that when we talk about the fight against topsoil, it is really serious. We are serious. Those who sat down to say that ibrahimtraoré invent things, etc., they should see and know that what we are witnessing here are not simple baboons who get up in the morning to say, good, we're gonna make this or that name. They are really sponsored and financed, and they have big battle strategies, big war strategies. So share the video conference, put a lot of likes, especially, and still don't forget to leave your different opinions in comments. And so what you see there, one of the first objectives, or where the main objective is to deceive the opponent. So they want to deceive to impress, since they already know they are being monitored by satellite. Deceiving, impressing, making the Malian state understand that they have a lot of pickup vehicles. That's one thing. And secondly, they can inflate these vehicles there. They park them somewhere. It's the same size as normal vehicles. They park them somewhere. These inflatable vehicles are not expensive, it's cheaper, so to destroy such real vehicles like that, it's extremely expensive. It's expensive. So one of the goals is what? They can park this somewhere, knowing that they are being watched, and push the Malian army to geolocate and carry out strikes. And the cost of the strikes is quite high compared to the cost of these inflatable vehicles. So if the Malian army dares to shoot at these inflatable vehicles, it is the Malian army that will lose economically. They will be won. And the time that the Malian army will be shooting at these inflatable vehicles, they will be elsewhere doing other acts of very serious terroteros. So all this allows them to save time, and all this is because it's very hot on them. It's very hot. They must find ways of strategy to be spared the lightning power, I was going to say, of the Malian army. So artificially inflate the perception of a group's strength. So they want to send the message that yes, they are well equipped, but in reality, these are inflatable plastics too. As has been said, one of the objectives is to divert the attention or surveillance resources of the other. The other objective is to provoke costly strikes on false targets. Unfortunately for them, the Malian army is very smart. They may have known that they are theirs. They are balloons of deception, and then voila. And now the Malian army will be able to make the distinction, and therefore, in any case, they are exposed. They have been exposed themselves. They already know that the Malian army knows it, which means that they are creating themselves. This strategy is spoiled. It fell through the cracks. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here is what I had to say about this news that I ask you to share as much as possible. I'll be right back with new information. It was the voice of your only samurai.